Hi, my name is Period, and here's how I remade the beat to MP5 by Trippie and SoFaygo, originally produced by Starboy. So the first thing I remade were these chords. Overall, a pretty simple sound. I made this in Serum. Here's how it sounds with no effects. We just basically have a super saw. We have two saw waves. The second one is pitched down an octave with the level turned down a bit. As you can see, we are controlling the levels with our velocity, just so it is possible to turn down individual notes in the piano roll. Our first oscillator has 12 voices of unison. Our second one has 6 voices of unison, just to make it super wide, super fat. Then for effects, I just started by running it through a multiband compressor, just to kind of squash everything and clean it up, and then just a bit of a low cut with an EQ. Yeah, a pretty simple sound. The next thing I remade was this lead. Again, a super simple sound. Kind of same deal here. We have a saw wave with 4 voices of unison. Then we also have a white noise layer added with our noise oscillator. Level is turned down to 32%, just so it is kind of subtle, but it is still there. Then for our voicing, we have mono, legato, and portamento enabled with 54 milliseconds of glide. Then for effects, nothing super duper crazy going on. I just started by running it through a tube distortion to kind of beef it up, followed by a multi-band compressor to kind of squash everything together, followed by just a low cut with our EQ and then a bit of a high boost, and then finally just a reverb for some atmosphere. Next sound I remade was this sub. Super duper simple, just a sine wave in Serum with a soft clipper that is boosted all the way to 100% for our drive, and then just a high cut with an EQ. Now we add this Dubstep Bass, which is the last sound that I sound designed. This is probably the most interesting sound, I would say. Here's how it sounds with no effects. We're starting by taking our anti-stasis wavetable, which can be found in the digital section of the wavetables in Serum. Then for our oscillator B, we just have a sine wave that is pitched up 2 octaves, but we have the level turned down all the way. That is because we're using it to FM our first oscillator. As you can see, we have a pretty high FM value, and it just makes it screechy. And as you can see, we also have a low pass filter over here with our resonance cranked up a bit. Now the main thing going on here to kind of give this sound like the quality that it has is we have our LFO1 controlling the cutoff of our low pass filter, the level of our oscillator A, the FM amount, and then also the wavetable position of our oscillator A. So essentially, this LFO is kind of shaping the sound, like it is giving it a kind of like wail, like pulsy sound. Sounds kind of weak right now, but as we add effects, you'll see it gets a bit stronger. And then what we are doing to kind of get the movement that you hear in the original is I have a macro connected to the rate of our LFO1, just causing it to kind of slow down as the sound plays with this automation clip over here, as you can see. And I just did that to kind of recreate the movement of the original. Then for effects, I just started by running it through a fully cranked out tube distortion. As you can hear, really just beefs it up a shit ton. Then I just added a multi-band compressor, followed by a chorus with the mix turned down to around 36% just for some additional width. And finally, just an EQ doing just some touch-ups, cutting some of our extra low end and a bit of our extra high end to kind of make it a little less piercing. And yeah, that is our Dubstep Bass. Now here is the sauce. I took all of that and then I flattened it down to audio and I reversed it. I'm assuming they saw the success of, Mr. Rage and like, oh, we should do some more reverse Rage stuff. Very similar formula. Next, I added our 808s. We have just a Zay 808 being run through a sausage fattener with the fatness and color cranked up a bit just to make it pretty crunchy. Then finally, we have our drums. Pretty simple, just this Disney hi-hat and this clap. And yeah, that is everything. If you want access to the Serum presets from this remake or any of my 190 plus other remakes, or the project files from those remakes, or the one-shot versions of those Serum presets if you don't have Serum, you can get access to all that on my Patreon at patreon.com/prodtherapy. It is a great way to support me and also get some new sounds if you're a music producer looking for that kind of thing. So yeah, I hope that was interesting and educational and informative and all that kind of stuff. And I will catch you next time. Peace.